This book was so good. I think I've been thinking about this book for a long time. Like, this book had a lot of themes in it that like really made me think about what is going on in society today. I was getting kind of triggered in this book, low-key. Like, I don't know. This was another recommendation by Smitty. You know who you are. Thank you so much for that. So this book pretty much revolves around the Masuda family, and they live on the Kaigenese Peninsula, I believe. And the Kaigenese Empire pretty much gets threatened by war. So this book pretty much talks about the struggles that this family has faced during this tragic war. But yeah, this book is definitely giving Avatar: The Last Airbender because they have like icy powers, or actually I should say that they are able to manipulate water. That is super super cool. The way that they described, you know, the fighting in this book, like literally saw it perfectly in my mind. And it covers a lot of themes that really hit close to home. Patriarchy was a huge theme in this story, and that really hit close to home because we are living in a patriarchal society now as we speak. And so when it talks about the struggles that Misaki, that's the main character in the story, when it talks about her struggles in this and what she's facing, and her role as a mother, as a wife, and as a caretaker really gets put on the forefront of her life as a whole. And it's like that's all that she was ever expected to do. The main character, Misaki, I think she's become like one of my favorites because I felt like I really related to her in some ways, and that was really important to me whenever I read a story. And so Misaki's inner monologue really dives deep into what she struggles with internally, emotionally, physically, mentally, when it comes to like this patriarchal society and what she has to endure. It's really, really sad. This book was an emotional read. Smitty, you were right. You were right, Smitty. I did tear up in this book. I really did. And I don't even know why I'm just saying like the patriarchy is affecting just the women. The patriarchy is affecting the men as well, and it really shows in this book too. Because when you have a patriarchal society, for the men specifically, it kind of, you have to put your emotions like on the back burner. Emotions are seen as like weak, and it's like not showing emotion has always been seen as such a feminine trait, and I feel like that takes a toll on society as a whole. Because if a man just represses his emotions time and time again, like those things have to come up. And usually like in the society that we're living in now, I feel like that's why men can get so violent in nature, because they have such repressed feelings that they're not allowed to express because it's deemed as socially unacceptable. I feel like when you have such emotions deep down and buried, they have to come up. There's no way that it can be repressed completely and just never ever brought up ever again. Those emotions have to be dealt with. And this book really really talks about grief. It talks about family, loyalty, patriarchy, misogyny, mental health, relationships, cultural expectation. It was just so emotional. This book definitely gives me rereadable energy, which is why it's giving 5 stars. I'm giving this book a 5-star read because I feel like I would always be thinking about this book because of all the major themes in this book. It actually made me feel something because it was important to me. Reading this type of point of view from someone else is really important. And if you have Kindle Unlimited, this book is on there, so you should definitely download it, read it, get it on Audible, whatever, do whatever you want. But I think this should be on your TV.